I am here today to talk about Sensible Washington. Many of you know that I've been defending medical marijuana patients for a long time, and it's my utter frustration at the continuing abuse of medical marijuana patients and the people that care about them, and the voters' will and a bunch of other things that has led me to form, with some other people, sensiblewashington.org. And Sensible Washington put an initiative out earlier this year. We worked very hard to get it on the ballot. We had some problems, there were some issues. We were not able to get it on the ballot this year. We have relaunched at Hempfest. We are going to put this on the ballot in 2011, and I think we are going to get it passed. I have worked with the senator on medical marijuana issues for a number of years, and I have nothing but respect for Senator Cole Wells. She's done some of the finest work on behalf of medical marijuana patients of any politician in this state. And she continues to be one of the few politicians that actually listens to voter concerns and is in politics for the right reasons. She just is. I wanted to just briefly address a couple of issues about the initiative, whatever it will be next year, 11, whatever. I know that the senator has brought up the issue of regulation, and I know the senator is also talking about 2011 versus 2012, and I want to tell you why regulation is not part of the initiative and won't be part of the initiative. The issue of putting regulation in an initiative is a complex one, and you cannot get regulation into an initiative without risking federal preemption. The way I have approached ending marijuana prohibition is not unique, and it's not particularly new. In fact, I went back and I researched how we got rid of prohibition. I was a history major in college, and I went back and I started digging. And what I found out was that prohibition was largely repealed by citizens, and it was repealed by citizens' initiatives, and it was repealed by citizens' committees that proposed legislation because politicians didn't want to do it. In New York, it was repealed legislatively about 10 years before the rest of the country. This whole approach, it gave me a template, it gave me a way to look at getting marijuana prohibition ended. And it gave me a way of looking at the framework legally that would allow us to do it and have it be what I call real reform, and not, policy-driven reform that can change from administration to administration. We don't want that, and I would never ask anybody to waste their time and their precious labor and risk their life to go out and work on something that wasn't going to stick. So the way our initiative is set up, it's identical to the way initiatives were set up that removed prohibition. All it does is an issue of state law. It removes all civil and criminal penalties for adult use of marijuana in any way, agriculturally, medically, recreationally, construction, whatever it is, it just removes all the criminal and civil penalties. It does not regulate, it doesn't do anything else, it simply removes those penalties. That is what you have to do if you want to get rid of marijuana prohibition. First, you remove the penalties, then the legislature can go in and regulate. And when the federal government comes to say, we don't like your regulations, because they're in a law passed by a legislature, the constitutional doctrine called commandeering doctrine allows the state to defend its regulations in court and overcome preemption. This is the best hope we have of ending marijuana prohibition, and it is the template that the rest of the states need to use to get rid of this. It is defensible against the federal government in a way that nothing else is. If you pass the regulations in an initiative, they can be struck down, and so can the subsequent law. It's a little bit of legal theory, it's a little bit of constitutional law, but unfortunately we've got to grasp it and understand it if we want to achieve real reform and get rid of these unjust goddamn marijuana laws that are crippling the country. The real issues surrounding marijuana as well are issues related to industrial hemp. It's critically important for people in the medical marijuana movement and in the recreational marijuana movement to realize that we have a whole bunch of allies with industrial hemp. Industrial hemp is the economic giant that we are talking about here. We are currently, for every hemp product that you are buying in the United States, every single one of those hemp products, whether it's food, whether it's the new hempcrete, whether it's clothing or paper or lotions or whatever, anything that you buy that is made out of hemp, the hemp has to be imported. It is imported from China, it is imported from Eastern Europe, it is imported from Canada. Those are the three countries. Ridiculous. Why are we penalizing the best farmers in the world, people in this state that can grow fields of marijuana in eastern Washington? Why are we penalizing our farmers and supporting foreign economies? How in the fuck does that make any sense? Any sense at all? Any sense? None. There is none there. We're talking about regulation as well. I'm not overly concerned about cannabis regulation. Mason, Vert, and Safer have done a lot of work. Brian's pals, comrades in arms, and mine too. They've done a lot of work to show people marijuana is one of the safest things on the planet. There's no lethal dose. The plants aren't going to get together and attack us. There is nothing dangerous about marijuana. It should be an over-the-counter, openly sold remedy. There is nothing dangerous about it at all. The only thing dangerous about it is the power it has to make people act crazy and do stupid things like lock other people up. But at any rate, the industrial hemp issue and the medical issue and the recreational issue are all covered by the initiative. We need to get this initiative passed 2011 or 2012. I really don't care. The people that are working with me and the commitment that they have is what is driving me and is driving the organization. It's a grassroots organization. People like Don Skaki are sitting here, people like Andrew Johnson are sitting here that have been working and pouring their lifeblood into this thing, and they basically told me, look, asshole, if you don't run it, we're running it. So I said, okay, let's go again. So we are running again next year. We're gonna run every year until we get this done. And I'm not going to worry about 2011 or 2012. There are pollsters that have talked to me that are telling me 2011's better because we'll actually drive the turnout and people will actually come out to vote for us when they don't come out to vote for anything else. That was something I tried to get across to the Democratic Party this year, but alas, I got it across to them a little too late. But we did have a whole bunch of people endorse us, including Jeannie's Republican co-partner in crime, Toby Nixon. We had Norm Stamper. We've got all sorts of organizations behind us. The Democratic Party, the state Democratic Party endorsed us at their convention. We're there. We need your help. We need your support. We're going to do this thing. Please help us out. SensibleWashington.org. Thank you so much.